Sabrina, Houston, Texas.
All right. Houston, Texas is winning for right now.
Yes, sir.
So come on.
Welcome all the Houston people.
Look at all these Houston people. All right. I see Michelle Tran from Houston, Texas as well. Welcome. If you're just hopping on, let us know where you're calling in from. Say hi. We're about to get started. Where are you at, Mindy?
Hi, I'm from Houston, but I'm in Hawaii right now.
Oh man, can we
It's
trade
8 in the
places?
morning.
Thank you. How's
Yes,
Hawaii doing right there, man? Thank you for coming to the call.
yes, it's a sunny day.
It looks beautiful out there.
Well, you
Wow,
definitely
that's a
will
nice
have to
view.
pull.
That's a beautiful view right there. Definitely a little bit jealous right now. Beautiful view, beautiful.
All right, everyone, we're gonna get started in just a little bit. We're waiting on more people to hop on and we're gonna get started. So if you just hop on, we love to welcome you. So go ahead and let us know where you are calling in from.
Hey,
Because we have people coming from all over the world. So we wanna make sure we welcome you on this call.
yep. Shout out to Jesus for coming through. Everybody else coming in, welcome to the call.
All right, Cesar Gonzalez from Houston, Texas. Yeah, that's right, Timmy. Texas, yeah. Texas
Hey,
is
I'm hoping you can
strong.
hear me. Jeffrey Foote from Los Angeles, California.
There we go. California
Sir,
in the house. You're right there with with Mr. Johnny Montez over there in California. Welcome. It's nice and early and bright for y'all over there.
welcome in, Chris. All right.
Welcome. All right. If you're just coming in, we'd love to welcome you. As you can see, everybody's telling us where they're coming in from. So let us know where you're coming in from. That way we can welcome you into the call. We have a lot of people that will be coming in right now. So give us a few minutes and we're gonna get started, right? So if you don't have a pen and paper, I would suggest getting a pen and paper because the
Welcome, Jose.
information that
Welcome.
you're about to hear, you definitely want to take some notes because it's going to be great information. So
Good morning,
they are just
Bernice,
coming in.
Houston.
Yes, we got Houston love today, man. Love that. How you doing? Thank you for joining the call.
All right, everyone. So we're about to get started in just about 2 more minutes, right? We're going to give them the last 2 minutes sprint to be ready on this call so they can get all this information. Super excited about our call today. So we want to make sure that we want to welcome everyone. So if you haven't told us where you're chiming in from, let us know. But, I'm sorry, guys, but Texas is winning.
We're a big state,
by
so
a
let's show the love right here.
landslide right now. But I love it. I love all my friends from everywhere. So let us know where you're chiming in from. Georgia. All right, Georgia. That's where we're coming next. So let's go. Love Georgia. Anybody else? Oh, we have Jacksonville, Florida. Right up, you're right there. San Diego, California. All right, Isaac. I love San Diego.
You get here.
Oh, yes. Atlanta, Georgia, coming to you next. Love that. Oh, Houston, Texas. We are showing up in Houston. welcome to the call, everyone. We're so excited for today. We're about to get started in just a minute up, and I'm gonna go ahead and step out of the way of our host and hostess so that they can now go ahead and welcome you in. So go ahead, Oscar, take it away.
All right. Hello, everybody. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing our speaker for today. He is a family man, a military veteran, and has been a successful entrepreneur for over 25 years. Not only has he done pretty well for himself, but he's always done what is best for his people. And he has a goal of making, he has a goal to help 10,000 families make over $5,000 in residual income in the next 2 to 5 years. What I respect most about him is that he comes from nothing and built his way up to becoming a multimillionaire. Not only that, but he helps everybody that he works with and puts his time and resources into helping him grow. That's why I want to introduce the person that's helping me launch my business. He is the build partner and the vice president, Mr. Sam Bean. Let's go.
Yes. Here we go. That's what I'm talking about. Good morning, everybody. For those of you who are in California, good afternoon. For those of you who are in Texas, and also good afternoon for those of you who are calling in from Mexico, El Salvador, and other places that we have here today. I'm excited. I get a chance to help in the launch, of Oscar Gallegos and Miss Sabrina, and these are two individuals who are full of energy. They're full of life, and they want to make sure that everybody they know win. And so today, you guys get a chance to be a part of the launching of their company. You get a chance to be like I have a first front row seat to see what they're about to do internationally as well. And so, like Angel said earlier, get yourself something to write with, something to write on, and we're going to go through this process with you guys. And as you can see, these guys have done some work. This Zoom is packing out right now. They're letting people in as we speak. They have 60 plus people on this call, and I'm sure it's going to keep going. But like you said, I am the VP of sales for this company. I'm also one of the owners of the company, and so I normally don't do calls like this. But when I see people who have extreme potential, and I see people who have big visions and big goals of helping people not just here but in other countries. I want to invest time, energy, and effort and resources in those individuals. And so today, I'm glad you guys are here because it's a special day for them. So go ahead and get this thing started. What you're about to see, guys, is a company. It's I would say a business brokering company, right? And it's not a network marketing company or anything like that. It's a company that has an umbrella of companies like solar, some other things we're going to talk about, water, energy, security, a lot of different companies. And we chose to do that somewhat like an Amazon type company or like a business mall, if you will, because we want to give people opportunities to open up businesses in whatever industry that they want to open them up in. We also want to give people opportunity to open up, have a career in whatever career that they want to have careers in. And we chose high ticket careers because we know most of you have companies already or you have jobs already. And we want to make sure that you can make really, a substantial income, a lucrative income without having to put 30, 40 hours a week, into it. You'll find that while we're having this conversation, people can come and be a part of what Sabrina and Oscar are introducing you guys to today and um, make a six-figure income on a very part-time basis. And so, as we talked about it last night in El Salvador and in Mexico as well, we will have people living the American dream, right, on Mexican and El Salvadorian soil, right? We'll have people making six figures of US dollars in those countries. And that's a really big goal for us. And that's a really big passion for us all. Okay. And so, with that being said, a person really can, do some really big things financially without it being network marketing and without recruiting. Okay. So being an entrepreneur right now is a hot topic. A lot of people are going to become an entrepreneur faster than ever, more abundantly than ever, because a couple of things are happening right here, especially in the US. You have a lot of people who have lost their jobs and businesses to fires, to hurricanes, and now you see a lot of people who are losing their jobs to the presidency, right? And so they're making a lot of job cuts. They're cutting out a lot of programs, a lot of the government assistance and stuff that people need, and people have relied on for years. A lot of those things have put people in a position where you now have to be an entrepreneur. You now have to own your own business and now start to provide for your own company, right? And so the other thing you're faced against is, outsourcing of businesses and companies and work, to other countries. Also, technology and AI. A lot of these things are, putting people in a position where those jobs that they used to have are going away. Okay. And so being an entrepreneur is the one way that you can turn around and guarantee, that you control what goes on in your household. Okay. And so we've seen this stuff here, guys. This the financial situation for people in America right now is not the best. Okay. And all these things are going on top of everything I talked about. Okay. And the things that people are using the most to get over these things. They have their full-time job, okay, but they're now driving for Uber or Uber Eats. They're DoorDash. They're driving. They're doing Airbnb. They're doing Shopify. They're either driving or selling for Amazon. They're doing a lot of things that are helping them make some extra money, and it's stopping the bleeding. It's kind of like a stopgap situation, like a Band-Aid. It's never going to make a person rich, okay, but it's good for the time being. And those companies are making billions of dollars because they're taking a little bit of every transaction, that's being had in those cars, in those homes, right? In those sales. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you guys a mega gig. Okay. When I say mega gig, I'm talking not talking about the small gigs. I'm talking about ones that have huge impacts in industries that multimillionaires and billionaires are actually participating in. Okay. So when you look at evaluating companies, okay, most people are not trained to evaluate companies. They have no idea, what a good company looks like. And most part, a lot of people join companies based on the hype of their friends and family members, and people say, "Hey, this is cool. You should do this." Okay. Well, when it comes to, you putting yourself in a position where you're choosing the right companies, you want to make sure that they check these boxes on top of a couple of more. Okay. Industries with big target market and low market penetration, you always want to be first to market. Okay. Or you always want to be in a market where you don't have that much competition right now. Two, essential goods and services like gas, electricity, water, right? And when I say essential goods, these essential goods that you see right now, those have created residual income for somebody else other than you. Okay. Which means that you all pay your light bill, you all pay your gas bill, you all pay your water bill every month, which means that somebody has income flowing into their companies every month because of you. Cell phone companies, and things like that as well. Again, you want to be in industries where your money don't stop based on what the economy does. It doesn't matter what Donald Trump does in office. You're still going to keep your water running, lights on, gas going, and cell phones on. Okay. Also, industries that will thrive in good and bad economies, guys. When you look at, companies, that sell things that people are addicted to, people who have habits. Like when I made my first multi-million dollar revenue and income, it was in coffee, right? And I had coffee in 32 countries around the world. My wife and I had over 200,000 distributors in a 18-year span join our company. Okay, and one thing I do know is when COVID hit, a lot of people, were struggling. A lot of people were having bad times, and while they were struggling and having bad times, they leaned heavily on their addictions and their habits. Well, coffee is a habit, and our sales went up $200,000 a month. Okay, and so our actual, I think we were doing $1.2 million a month in sales at that point in time in coffee. Our income went from 60 grand a month to 80 grand a month. Okay. And it's because we had something that thrived in good and bad economies. Hey guys, so the things I'm going to show you today, they're going to highlight what we're focusing on and the things that you have little to minimal competition, or it makes more sense for people to do business with us. Okay. And so, as far as the industries, guys, that we participate in, some of the verticals that we have under our business umbrella, solar, we have residential, and we have commercial solar. Okay? And remember, I said a person can make a six-figure income on an annual basis, okay, without actually recruiting people and by going out there and not doing network marketing, just on your own accord with sales. Well, when it comes to solar, just on a regular residential sale, our commissions are paid out of $6,000 to $10,000 on average. So a person who's working both sides of the deal, if they just made $6,000 a month with one deal per month, that's 75 grand a year. Okay. 10 grand a month, that's 120 grand a year. Okay. So that's a six-figure annual income without you having to have a part-time job where you invest 30 hours of your work week or your life week into that job. You can get that 30 hours a week back to your family. As a matter of fact, at some point in time, you'll be able to replace your full-time job and just do solar if you only wanted to focus on solar by itself. Okay. So you see how this is a very, very impactful situation. Okay. Then you have Rain H2O. Okay. When you look at Rain H2O, guys, this is a company that is powered by the company that actually brought alkaline water to North America. Okay? And when you look at alkaline water, look at water filtration companies, period. Um, in 2022, water filtration companies sold about 7.85 billion about $7.85 billion worth of sales in 2022. 2023, 8.45 billion. Okay. And those numbers keep going up. But our biggest competitors out there, guys, their systems are twice as much, cost-wise as ours. And even though ours are half the price as our competitors, our systems are better. Plus, we pay out more. They pay between $300 to $500. We pay up to $2,100 for ours, our salespeople. So our salespeople are making a lot of money per transaction actions, as you can see. So you take a person who, if they just sold two water systems a month, okay, so let's just say if it was $1,000, that's $2,000 they made on top of the $2,000 to $3,000 they're making on their job. So I have a lot of people right now that, especially people who are from Mexico, who are from Colombia, who are from Dominican Republic, who are from Ecuador, and these different countries where they're taking care of two and three households. There's a young lady on the call right now, Brenda Nava, lives in Denver, Colorado. She's taking care of her father and another family back in Mexico. Okay. And so again, this is why it's so passionate for me because if you're taking care of multiple families, you have to be able to survive over here first. Okay. And so the key is putting people who are here working, you know, in positions to make more money, getting people out of construction, into suits and ties, getting people, out of landscaping into suits and ties, getting people out of kitchens and hard labor for $2,000 and $3,000 a month, where it's hard for you to take care of two and three families, getting you in polos, shoes, and AC, working on your phones and your computers, helping your family and their family, and both sides are living luxury. Okay. So that's a very, very important thing for me. All right. So when you look at security, security is another thing. ADT and Brinks, okay, is very important. And I'm gonna talk a little bit more about that a little bit later, but we're paying $500 to $700 per installation for ADT and Brinks. Okay. We have people who are doing 3 and 4 sales per week, not just per month, 3 or 4 sales per week. You have people who are, again, going and partnering with builders and selling, 60 to 100 to builders for neighborhoods. So the money is pretty good and very, very wide open. And none of what I'm telling you guys, you need licensing for. Okay. So, lastly, and like I said, I'll get to our security on steroids, if you will, a little bit later in the conversation. But the Smart Money Club. So this is where now you start making over and beyond, what you're earning right now on your job. You're making now in your business. Okay, and now we're showing you how to take that money, how to not save it, okay, how to invest it, okay, how to make it work for you, how to grow it, how to scale it, how to use it, diversify and open up different companies, okay, and put into different investments, and also how to leave a legacy for you and your family. Okay, and so I'm gonna talk a little bit about that as well, but that's going to be one of our residual income components. So when we talk about the industries, guys, let's go ahead and run through a couple of these right here. When it comes to solar, solar is our flagship product. Like I said, we're not a solar company, right? We're a marketing brokerage, right? And so this is just one of the things that we market because it makes sense. Okay, when you have 90 million homes that are eligible for solar here in North America, and 85 million of them are without solar at this moment. That means that, guys, we can be in the solar industry, as individuals for the next 10 to 15 years and make multiple six-figure annual incomes. I know people who make millions of dollars a year just selling solar. Okay. But you'll have people who will work hard and have no experience of coming here. They make $200,000-$300,000 a year easy. Okay. Because solar is big. The other thing about solar is that when you look at California, okay, California is the first out the gate to champion the solar movement. And since 2020, you haven't been able to actually buy a home or get a home built rather without solar being on it. It's against the law to build a house without solar on it. Okay. And so what you're finding is that by 2035, you won't be able to buy a car or automobile or a gas powered vehicle because again, at that time it will be against the law to sell one. So that's again, everything is going towards solar. When you look at the presidency, I talked about what they got going on over there. Well, you got Elon Musk, who's Mr. Solar himself, and he's Doge. He's the Department of Government and Efficiency, right? And so his job is to make sure that government goes in a direction where we are more efficient, we're spending less money, and we're less reliable on countries outside of us when it comes to oil and gas. Okay. The other thing he has to do is protect the United States of America because, guys, what most people don't know is we only have three grids, right? East Coast, West Coast, South Coast, right? And if someone wanted to attack our country and cripple us, all they would have to do is attack the grid because everybody's on the grid and the grid is overflowing with people and we got to get people off of it. So right now, the country is again putting people in a position where they can be rewarded just for going solar because the more houses that come off of solar, right, the better the grid is and the less maintenance and repair that we have to worry about. Okay, but here's some of the benefits that we get a chance to offer, our solar customers, and it's real simple. One, everybody out there has witnessed their electric bill, utility bill increasing over the years. Well, we're showing people how to save up to 50% on that energy cost. As a matter of fact, the average that we're seeing is people saving about 30 to 40% a month. 0% down, no money out of pocket, guys, with various financing options. When I got my solar system from this company, I had zero out of pocket. I got 3.9% interest, right? And so that was great for us. And then we got the blackout protection as well. So for those of you who are, in areas that have hurricanes, storms, you're in Tornado Alley, or in Florida, South Coast, or a place where you have hurricanes and stuff like that all the time, you keep blackouts. Okay. And, those batteries, protect you from blackouts. They keep the lights on. And in Texas, I see a lot of people from Texas in here. And we had a freeze some years ago, and we had 44 people die in that freeze based on the fact that they didn't have utilities, on, and they couldn't heat their homes, and they couldn't also power their life-saving devices. Well, uh, earlier or last year, when the last hurricane hit Houston, Texas, period, guys, we had 3 million homes in Texas without energy, and we had 30 plus people die again, based on the fact that people didn't have utilities that they needed to survive. Okay? And so batteries are extremely important. Okay? Tax credits. Tax credits are also important. This is where you learn a little bit about, what's going on. And this conversation a little bit more detailed than normal because I want to make sure you guys are educated to what's happening because when you know better, you do better, right? The government is paying people 30%, as far as a tax break. So when you buy a system, if you owe taxes because you own a company or something like that, you can offset what you owe, right, based on the tax break that you get. Now, if you don't need a tax break, the bank can actually use a tax break, and what they do is they take that tax break, they put it into the cost of the actual system, and when they do that, your bill comes down even more. Okay. Now, this is the other thing. This is the flip side of this because you'll have some people who will say, "Well, I don't want to go solar, and solar is not for me." Well, that's a person who's uneducated, and one day they will go solar. At some point in time, everybody will go solar. But let's just say that is you. Okay. Because you did not go solar, you're still paying for solar. You're just paying for the solar farm that the utility companies are building, right? You're just one person out of maybe 5 million people, like in California, 10 million people that are utility company services, okay? And let's just say on that bill, if you look on your bill, you'll see renewable energy project or clean energy project. You'll see something like that, and you don't pay attention to it because it's only maybe $1. Okay, well, if you have 10 million homeowners paying $1 a month every month, that's $10 million that they're nickel and diming you on that you don't see, but they're basically embezzling money from you to actually build their solar farms. So if you're in California, okay, right up the road, go up the highway, you'll see all of those utility farms. Guess that those utility companies' solar farms. Here in Texas, guys, every utility company here in Texas has a solar farm in Houston, Dallas, Austin, San Antonio, uh, Amarillo, and Austin. Guys, they all have the utility companies in all those cities have solar farms that you're paying for. Okay, so I want to make sure you understand that. Now, watch this. Because you're paying for it, but you don't have solar on your house, they're taking when I say the utility companies are taking the tax break and they're using it for themselves because you won't use it. Okay. So that's how the rich get richer, right? And that's how the poor stay poor, right? So immediate increase in home value. You have one house has, solar, one house doesn't. Okay. The house that has solar, that bill is locked in, never to go up. And one day it'll go away. The other house has an increasing high electric bill, which means that now everything being equal, they're going to buy the house with solar on it, which means that now your house value is increased 4 to 7% immediately when you put solar on it per Zillow. Okay. And clean energy. Obviously, we got to take care of the place where we live. So I wanted to spend some real good time on the benefits that people have because people really don't know a lot about solar. Okay. But when you talk to a person about solar, this is all the information you're going to give them. We don't want you to be any more educated than that. Okay. So, but in 2022, if you look at that, guys, someone went solar every 44 seconds, right? Okay. So the person who we have, with the company that we have that's doing all of our installations is Freedom Forever. Now, Freedom Forever has been around since 2011. Okay, so they're not a here today, gone tomorrow company. Okay, they're also a company that when you look at the awards and accolades that they've actually gotten, guys. Again, they've won more awards than just about every solar company that's out there. And when you look at what they do and how they guarantee their work is amazing. Everybody else, they'll guarantee the materials, but they won't guarantee power. They won't guarantee return loss or savings. They won't guarantee your production like Freedom Forever will. And so not only are they the best, they're the biggest guys. We're in 38 states, right? Soon to be 44. Okay. And so if you don't see your state on there, guess what? One day you will. Okay. It's just a matter of when it happens, not if it happens. Okay. So it says, what do you see here? And you'll probably look at these roofs and say, man, nobody has solar. So we see opportunity. Well, the opportunity is huge. Okay. When you look at the opportunity, guys, it's more than just solar. I need you to look at this with your third eye. Okay. If you look at, for those of you, if you own an iPhone, guys, put a one in the chat or type me in the chat. I want to see where we're at right now, real quick. I want to share something with you. I want to show you how business minds, think and how these big companies think. This is how they make their real money. If you own an iPhone, guys, There you go. I see I, me, I. Okay, great. If you own an iPhone, okay, you are now part of their ecosystem, which means that now, since you love the iPhone, you're going to buy everything else that they sell. Okay. Most of you, if not all of you, don't just own an iPhone. You've now spent money on iTunes. You've spent money on iTV, iWatch, iPads, MacBook Pros, MacBooks, Macintosh, the whole entire CPUs. Guys, you spent money all day, every day, and you continue to upgrade the information, what you buy within the Apple, organization, right? And so it's the same exact thing. Okay, when a person buys solar from you, okay, and solar saves them money and it makes their life a lot easier. Guess what else? When you say, hey, I also have, alkaline hydration water. So now I want you to live a longer, more quality life, right? I want you to be healthier and I want you to save money on your water, right? And I also want you to make sure you're protected and get our security and it's Ripple Secure. I'm gonna talk to you about that. And oh, by the way, we know that, everybody out there, in North America, the average person is spending $1.22 for every dollar that they earn. So a lot of people are over leveraged. A lot of people are, are broke because of financing and interest rates. So we have a smart money club that you can actually participate in and learn about money. So now you are building up a client base that's a part of your ecosystem. And so now instead of them buying one thing, guys, they'll end up buying three, four, and five different things from you. You'll have a loyal customer base that will also continue to refer out. So those houses, you see one roof, you see one sale. An entrepreneur sees multiple sales in a long-term relationship. Okay. So a couple examples real quick here, guys. When it comes to, the actual customers, guys, we have customers who are all over the United States of America. This particular customer came from a Century 21 agent. So a real estate agent went back to the people who he sold homes to in the past, like we coached them to. We gave him the script and we gave him the benefits, and he did, basically three things. He piqued their interest with the benefits, got the bill, and set the appointment. When he did that, guys, the mentor that he made the appointment with realized that they can get this person to $148 a month locked in, never to increase, and one day to go away. And so they went from 287 a month on average to 148 a month, right? Fixed. Now, that's a win for them, but it's a win for the person who did the deal also. So let's say Sabrina brought the deal to the table and she got $3,200 in this example. Okay. Let's say Walter was the person that closed the deal. So Walter got the other 3,200. Well, Sabrina can count. So one day Sabrina says, you know what? I'm going to go out here and learn how to be a mentor so I can get both sides of the transaction when I bring a deal to the table. Yeah. And so that's what we have when it comes to our mentor system. Now, this is from an EXP realtor. Same thing in Florida. Their customers paying 410 a month, right? And we got them down to 290 after the audit, after their savings analysis. And as you see right there, guys, it says a solar sales presentation is not a presentation; it's an IQ test. Because again, if a person can count, right, and a person can see the savings, but more importantly, a person understands that this is about ownership, not loanership. This is about you actually owning the system that creates and powers your home one day, as opposed to renting it for the rest of your days. That is, again, that's the IQ part of the test. Okay. The other part is this. Guys, if you are a part of our system, guess what? You can actually get paid on your own home. So just like I did, when I became a part of our system, I became a builder, a broker. Guys, I did solar on my house. Guess what? I got the half of the commission that was on my home. The mentor got the other half. In this transaction, $8,200, they split it, $4,100 each. Okay. We talk about inflation. Inflation happens. 30 years ago, a lot of you pay a lot less for electricity. Okay, here it is now. Let's say 10 years ago. Again, a lot of you still paid a lot less for electricity. As 10 years from now, you're going to pay a lot more. And let me tell you why you'll pay a much more in the future than you did in the past is because For every person that leaves the grid, every person that goes solar, they put the burden, right, of what the utility companies have to pay on the remaining customers in a utility company. So again, inflation for you is going to happen unnaturally and it's going to happen at an alarming rate. So you don't want to be the last person on solar because you'll be paying for a utility for everybody else. Okay. Energy deregulation will be the largest transfer of wealth in history, says Warren Buffett. Okay. This guy is one of the most savvy investors in the world, and not just the United States of America, but globally. And when he talks, I listen. I don't take advice from people who I would not trade places with financially, guys, and he's definitely someone I would trade places with, bank accounts with. Okay. So I love this quote, for two reasons. One, he said it. Two, he put $10 billion of his own money on clean energy. Okay. So he invested and put his money where his mouth is. Okay. Compensation plan, 7 ways to earn. And let's talk about this for a second because I want to make sure I make some distinctions here. Okay. This again is a place for a person who only wants to be in sales part-time. You can have a legitimate career opportunity on a part-time basis where you can make 6 figures a year. You can make 5 figures a month. Guys, 3 deals, 2 to 3 deals a month, right? Without you even being a mentor, 2 to 3 deals a month can get you a 5 figure, $10,000 or more a month, okay, on a part-time basis. So know that much. Then you have people who want to build a sales force. They want to build a brokerage with agents, like a real estate broker or an insurance a brokerage or a mortgage brokerage. They want to build a brokerage with agents. I'm gonna show you about that. And then for those of you who are um, people who are very present and I would say woke when it comes to subscription-based businesses, guys. Subscription-based companies right now are the most sought after types of companies that people are opening up and trending to. As a matter of fact, a lot of people are converting their old existing companies into subscription-based companies. They're finding a way to get the subscriptions. I'm gonna show you about those, all three of those. Okay. So first and foremost, YOE, your own efforts. Robert Kiyosaki said it best in Rich Dad Poor Dad, that book he wrote, #1 bestseller, your own efforts. Everything you actually earn is because you did 100% of the work. Company says that we'll pay you 70% of the commissions on all your personal sales. That's extremely generous, guys. And in this example, $10,000, let's just say the average profit, $7,000 is the average commission. Okay. And so, like I said, somewhere between $6,000 to $10,000 on average. Okay. But in this example, $7,000, which means that let's say that Oscar, turned around and brought a deal to the table and Angel closed the deal as a mentor. Oscar and Angel will both get $3,500. Now, if Oscar was a mentor, which is what one of the things that Oscar has a goal to be very, very shortly in the company, if he brought the deal to the table, he's going to get the full 7,000. Okay. And so as you can see, 7,000 times 12, guys, again, you're right there, at $100,000, right? You're right there at $100,000. So that's real big. Now, you have one job. I gave you the job earlier as a person who brings the deal to the table to get half of that transaction. One, pique a person's interest by giving them the benefits I explained to you earlier. Two, get that person's bill. And three, set the appointment with the mentor, right? Now, when you do that, guys, it's out of your hands. That mentor is going to have a Zoom appointment with your client. You can actually attend and learn, what they're doing, and you can also attend to make sure that your customer is being treated fairly. Okay, you have the ability to be there. Now, as a mentor, to become a mentor, you have to bring three deals to the table, and you do those 3 deals with the mentor so you can learn. Okay. Now, after that, however, if you don't want to become a mentor, do those 3 deals. Now you are able to do deals for yourself. You can now do your own deals. Okay. Now that's important because now you can do both sides of the transaction. Okay. Now, if you want to do mentor deals for the entire company in all 38 states that we do solar in, as you do 5 deals on your own without a mentor, now we put your name in lights. We put your name in the drop down box. People can now come and click on your name from whatever city that they're needing you in, and now you have deals coming to you. Okay. I have a gentleman in Atlanta. I'm actually going to do an event for them um, early next month. He did 28 deals in the month of April. Okay. And made over $100,000 as a mentor. He didn't bring one of those deals to the table. Okay. His team and the company did. Okay. So that's important. So you can make a significant amount of money on a part-time basis just by being a mentor. Now, when people want to be a mentor, obviously they're going to come and find you and other mentors to help them out with their deals because they got to get their first three. You say you have four people who do three deals. Okay. Now, those 12 deals at $3,500 a month because you get half of the transaction. That's $42,000 that month. Say this happens every month, guys. That's a $500,000 a year. The mentor I was telling you about right now, guys, he's doing 10 to 15 deals a month. He's making anywhere from, I would say, 50 to 75 grand a month. Okay. So he'll have a seven-figure year just by being a mentor. Okay. Now, Zig Ziglar, you will always get in life what you help enough people get what they want. Guys, I'm going to just tell you, I love this quote. I love this guy. Rest in peace, Zig Ziglar. I watched him when I was a kid. And so I used his philosophy. And I always said, hey, if I put everybody else's families first, my family will never ever be last. Right. And that's how I've lived my life. But that's also how I've always had favor, with everybody I've done business with. Okay. And so that's just a real big deal. So now for those of you who want to build a brokerage, those of you who want to have sales agents like an insurance brokerage or real estate or mortgage brokerage or any other type of sales company, this is how the company rewards you. This is how the company pays you for overrides. Okay. So let's say Sabrina brings me in a situation. And, when Sabrina brought me in, I did a deal. Okay. Now, I do a deal. Now, this is how Sabrina gets paid. I'm going to get half of the 70%. Sabrina's going to get 20% of the 30% that's left over. So remember, it was $3,000 left over in this transaction. Sabrina's going to get 20% of that, which is 600 bucks. If I sell five deals, that's five times $600, right? In this example, she makes $3,000. Sabrina didn't sell one deal. I sold them. Sabrina didn't close one deal. Angel closed them in this example, right? But because she brought me to the table and I'm a part of her brokerage, right? Guys, she's going to now get paid 100% on everything I do. I want you to imagine, for those of you who are watching from Mexico, and I know some of this is being translated in Mexico and some of this is being translated in El Salvador. Imagine when you get started, even though you won't be able to sell solar in Mexico or El Salvador, you have family members and friends that are here in the company. Okay. When they sell over here, you get paid 100% over there. Okay. So I want to make sure you keep that in mind. Okay. And so the company is going to increase as the sales in your team increases, the company is going to continue to increase your percentages all the way up to 45%. Right. And so let's say Sabrina brought me on board and I bring on Angel. Right. Angel is now part of my team. Well, Sabrina's going to get, as a manager, 10% all the way up to 25% on everybody that's on my team in my brokerage. So they're going to pay you not just on your direct agents, they're going to also pay you on the agents that are in your brokerage in other places, other cities, states, and countries. Okay? And most importantly, also, imagine being a partner of the company where the company says, we're going to take 100% of the sales. And what we're going to do is we're going to take 5% of the commissions and we're going to give you an equal slice of that commission with everybody who's in that pool with you. Okay. It's about market share. So you can have ownership literally in the company and get paid a market share amount. Okay? As an example, just a visual, for you to have 10 consultants and everybody got one deal, let's say four were direct to you and six on your second level and beyond. That's $6,300 in this example. Okay. Now you do one deal yourself, both sides. That's 7,000. Okay, that's $13,300. Now that's $150,000 a year if that happens every month. You double it up, everybody does one deal, two deals instead of one. It's 20 grand a month, $250,000 a year. Okay. And as we start to wrap this up, this is about business. This is about um, working smarter instead of harder, right? And as times change, you have to change with the times. So we're going away from the brick and mortar stores to the click and order stores as we are looking at the cost and limitations for you to open up an actual company. So when you have a solar company, okay, and you open it from scratch, you're paying anywhere from 150,000 to $250,000 on average, and it costs you maybe anywhere from 15 grand to $50,000 on the low end to run it per month, right? And you're only going to be doing business in your city or your state, right? They very rarely branch out. Okay, we're in 38 states. That's not normal. Okay, so a lot of money out of pocket, a lot of money to keep it running, and you're limited to one state, guys. Sabrina opened up her brokerage for $200. Oscar opened up his brokerage for $200. They have all the same things that a major solar company would have, except they didn't have to fund any of it. They just come in now and they supply the deals. They bring the deals to the table and they bring the agents to the table as well. So not only do they get, a solar broker's guys, guess what? They also get access to your security. They get access to the water. They get access to the smart money. Guess what? They get access to the things that we actually have coming. Like we have, travel coming that's going to help a lot of people out. That's going to go international. We have a 6G high-speed internet that we're going to take to third world countries, and that box is going to have a compute chip in there where people who want to mine Bitcoin and things from their own homes, they'll be able to use that system, right? It has more processing power than a Tesla, right? That box does. So that's going to be going out international as well. We'll have DeFi and Forex education as well. So that's going out, right? So they'll have access to all these different things in our brokerage, okay, with just $200. Now, the Ripple Secure, the one that you don't see Ripple Secure here, but we're bringing it out right now. As a matter of fact, I just got the box this week for mine. It's a portable military grade security system. Now, I want to make sure you understand that there's no hard wiring, right? You just open the box up, set it up for monitoring, and now you're ready to do business. You're ready to fend off the burglars, right? So a person opens a door or they open up a window in the house. What happens is the pressure in the house changes and the alarm goes off. They don't have a way to turn it off, so they leave, right? When you look at movies, guys, and you see a spy movie and there's a safe house, they call them safe houses with information, weapons, money, passports, all this stuff, and they store people there as well. All this stuff is at a safe house. Well, when the enemy finds out what a safe house is and they get there first, they open up a window or they open up a door and the house goes boom, right? It's not because they tripped the wire, it's because the pressure of the house changed, right? We bring you everything except for the boom. We don't use the bomb, right? But that's the type of technology that we have. So let me share some with you. When you have a daughter who's in college, she can have one in her dorm room. She can have one in her hotel room when she travels. She can have one in the Airbnb when they have a girls' trip, right? If she working late at an office at night, your wife is working late or whatever, she can have the alarm system at the office. Guys, it's portable. Right now, Sabrina Tomlin, who's online, she's working a deal right now in Dubai. We're going to have this in Dubai. We're going to have this in India. Guys, we're going to have this system all over the world at some point in time. But they're going to pay you upfront for the purchase, but they're also going to pay you residual recurring income on that actual system on the monitoring of it. So that's the first time it's ever been done in sales. You get paid on the monitoring. Okay. So this is how we wrap this thing up. I'm gonna give you the career side, which is a consultant. It's $149 to be a consultant for the company where you can sell anything and everything that we offer. Okay. And you don't have to worry about the licensing and things that you have to worry about when it comes to being a real estate agent or a broker or insurance agent. As a matter of fact, people who can't pass those tests, people who can't pass the background tests, who can't get the licenses, as a lot of those people are coming to us, right? And so it's easier for people to become business owners here in our company than it is in any other company out there, while they still are making a lot of money. $49 a month is for your support, your systems, everything that you're getting, but say you have four people come on board with you, the $49 goes away per month. And we show you how to do that. We help you do that right away. As a matter of fact, Sabrina and Oscar will never pay $99 a month. They got the builder pack, right? And that builder pack is $199, right? And you have um, $200 basically. Most of you guys have spent $200 on a meal and a movie this past weekend, right? But $200 gets you in the business as a builder, as a business broker. You have access now to be a business owner in any and all of the industries that we participate in. But there are some things that you get now that you didn't get as a consultant. When you actually come in as a builder, there's a membership that's attached to it that you actually can now participate in the Smart Money Club membership. As a consultant, you can't. Okay. You can't get the advice for the personal financial help. You can't get the advice for the business financial help, right? You can't take advantage of the credit repair on either sides. You can't take advantage of all of because we have people who do trainings every week on different money topics, right? We have financial advisors that do free financial advising for you guys, and they tell you exactly what you need to do to get your money, in your life turn around financially, right? So again, we want you to not just make money and really make a lot of money and get rich. We want you guys to get money, create wealth, diversify in different investments, and know how to take that money and build a legacy for the next generation and the next 2 or 3 generations to come. Okay, that's what the Smart Money Club will do for you guys, and a lot more. Um, but yeah, when you go back to Smart Money Club, the AI software that we have is not going to just help you with this business. It's going to help with other businesses that you run. That's a part of smart money. The DeFi and the Forex, education, that's going to be a part of smart money as well. So all of those things that we have coming, you want to be a business broker, not a consultant. Okay. The other part is this: when it comes to the memberships, when we say memberships has the privileges, you have 50,000 restaurants that you can eat at, right? That you can get discounts on that food, anywhere from fast food to steakhouses, right? And that's huge. For foodies, if you're a foodie like myself, I love to eat, and but I love to eat at a discount, right? Now, 150,000 retailers when it comes to shopping and activities. So 150,000 retailers when you look at people who have bouncy houses, skating rinks, what do you call it? The skydiving things that they have out there, movie tickets, all kinds of different, type of activities that people can do with their families. That's a part of the retailers. 850,000 providers when it comes to travel. That's key as well. So if you like to move around, you like to travel. I was just talking to Oscar and Sabrina last night about getting their passports if they don't have them, because we're going to do a lot of traveling. It's about working hard and playing hard. We have 850,000 travel locations where we'll never pay full price for our travel ever again. Okay. So with that membership comes money. Okay. So let me share some with you now. And this is the first time, this is an exclusive uh, education on this one that I'm going to give you guys based on the fact that by far right now, I believe that Sabrina and Oscar has put the most people on an actual presentation before. So since they have this many people on here, I want to share with you guys where you are in the frame of the grand scheme of things. Okay. First, I want you to understand the philosophy of subscription-based businesses. Okay. When you actually look at companies that did very, very well, coming out of COVID. A lot of you guys, this is a 20 something bunch. You got a couple of you 30 and 40-year-olds in there, but it's a lot of 20-year-olds in here. So a lot of y'all are familiar with a game called Fortnite. If you're familiar with Fortnite, just say me or put a one in the chat real quick. Let me see how fast these numbers go up. So if you're familiar with Fortnite, and some of you adults, there you go. Some of you adults are saying, yeah, me too, right? Okay. If you're familiar with Netflix, if you Netflix and chill, say me, right? Because there you go. So Netflix, 260 million subscriptions, guys. If you have Spotify, say me, okay? Put a one, put me, right? Put some fire, whatever. Okay. All right. Spotify has 635 million members, 239 million subscribers. Okay. Yeah, you count HBO, 100 million subscribers. Now here's the one. Let me go ahead and drum roll this thing here, because if you have Amazon Prime as a or any type of Amazon membership, say me, put that in the chat. I want to see where we're at right now. There you go. And still going. That one's going faster than most of them. Okay. So, guys, I told you earlier, one of the most researched types of companies out there are subscriber-based businesses, right? And you normally would have to have millions or thousands of subscribers, that you personally bring on board in order for you to have a really solid residual income. They're still saying me. I love it. Now, in this situation, because this is a brokerage, because you have agents that are coming on board with you and coming on board after you that you may not even know, guys. Sabrina and Oscar only have two sales teams, right? We had at one point in time 85 people on this call. We have 75 people on the call now, right? Keep in mind that this is just their very first call, okay? And this call will span out. This business will expand outside of the country. We'll have people from the countries all around the world in this network, guys. If you look at those two sales teams, think about this for a second. When we actually take this to El Salvador, okay? Anybody know the average income in El Salvador and the average income in Mexico and the average income in U.S. dollars? The average income in U.S. dollars in Mexico, El Salvador, Dominican Republic, Colombia, places like that. Okay. And so I do know I have friends who are in, Dominican Republic, $600 a month for school teachers, U.S. dollars. Guys, imagine when you help people in Mexico, El Salvador, and these other countries build a small team. They help 10 people become business partners on the left and 10 people become business partners on the right. And all of a sudden that person's making $500 a month. Hey, that individual no longer has to work that job. They have 40 hours a week now that they can go and put, toward this business. And now they're going to go out there and preach the gospel. They're going to go out there and show people how to create $500 a month, $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month in residual reoccurring income without slave labor. Okay. This is very, very empowering. Okay. They Sabrina and Oscar, they know about some of my old business partners that people who actually earned while they lived in Mexico $100,000 a month, $150,000 US a month, and how they live like kings in Honduras, how they live like kings and queens in the Dominican Republic and Colombia as well. And so when we did coffee, guys, we're gonna do above and beyond way more damage than we ever did in coffee with this company. Okay. And as you can see, based on the fact, let's say we have 75 people here on the call right now. Let's just say 50 people get started. That's 25 and 25, right? 25 of you, okay, or let's say 25 of you are going to have somebody beneath you, right? That you don't know. Somebody's going to have 24 beneath them. Somebody's going to have 10 beneath them. But you already have people that are in your brokerage by virtue of spillover from Oscar and Sabrina. Okay. Normally, I don't have this conversation because this is a training topic, but I want you to see the vision and I want you to see why it's so important for you to be on the very first call, because we're going to have multiple calls, maybe 2 to 3 calls a week with newer people and also with your people. Okay, so we're going to build one of the biggest, and most impactful brokerages that are going to empower people financially all around the world. And we will have people, guys. I promise you, you have my word on this. We will have people from your countries and from your groups who will follow this blueprint, who will be at 50 grand a month, 100 grand a month, 250 grand a month with no problem. Okay. With no problem. Residual income. You won't have to do all the work. We are going to do most of the heavy lifting. We're going to do 100% of the training. We're going to do a lot of the presenting, and we're going to teach people who want to do exactly what we do so we can speed up the process. Okay. So this is the first call, guys. Like I said, this is just one of the many things that we offer here. For those of you who really want to be trained and you want to learn how to be a great salesperson, a great closer, not just for this company, for what you do for a living already as well, guys. We have that. That's no extra charge. We have trainings by Danny Pesci, no extra charge. Training, like I said, just a lot of different training by our top execs and people in the company, no extra charge. That all comes with a part of your membership. Okay. And so with that being said, this is what's going to happen. Get yourself positioned. One, $199, the best $199 you ever invested in anything in your life. Okay. Take it from a person who was broke, bankruptcy, foreclosure, all that stuff that we went through. My wife was 6 months pregnant and 2 cars in repossession and went from nothing, like it says, from the outhouse to the penthouse. Okay. Because I had a mentor and I had a system, I had a company that was perfect in timing. All the same dynamics that you guys have in place, except you have way more than coffee. Okay. And it's a lot easier to make a lot more money, than it was for us. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn the screen off real quick here. And what I want to do is I want to bring Sabrina and Oscar to the forefront and have them address the audience before we get out of here.
All right, so
Okay.
I'm gonna let Sabrina go first.
Well, first and foremost, thank you, Mr. Bean, on behalf of both of us, Oscar and I. It's a complete honor to have you personally host our business launch. We're not only honored, but we're also very much inspired.
Mm.
Um, Now you guys see why we're so excited, what we have our hands on, what you guys have the ability to be a part of. I mean, the aspect of international, the multiple different businesses that you're able to do to learn, it's all here. Mr. Bean, honestly, you have been a huge inspiration to us. Learning that you're from a born and raised Houstonian
Mhm.
has definitely we can relate to that. As a matter of fact, I'm getting text messages as we speak of people telling us send me the link. So you definitely did an amazing job.
Yeah. Francisco says, hey, send me the message. Somebody said, can I join? I'm looking at the messages right here in the chat. You guys are on fire. You guys are about to do something special. And like I said, I fell in love with your energy, Sabrina. Like I said, I was just telling Angel and my wife this. After that phone call was over, I just knew I was on the phone with somebody special. And look, this is what it's become. You guys literally had 85 people on the call today. That's my biggest before now, and this is with expert networkers was 75. Okay, and
Wow.
so I'm extremely proud of both you guys. So, Oscar, what do you want to add, sir?
Well, I just want to add, man, thank you for the opportunity of giving us the chance to, just blow up our call again, man. And I see that this is gonna pretty much blow up my life and be able for me to take care of my daughter personally, my family personally, show them a different way of just making more money. Because like you said, man, this is an international business and it's gonna be out there in the world for people to just grab. And the opportunity is right now. If you don't get it, then you're gonna lose it. And that's it,
Right
man.
now.
It's pretty much first come, first serve. And if you're the last one, then you're not gonna eat. And I'm
Yeah,
trying to eat, man.
you
Let's
won't eat like
go.
everybody else, that's for sure. Yeah,
That's
that is
it.
for sure.
That's it, man.
So, and proud of you too, man. I mean, you were very ill. We talked about that, again, the whole entire week. You were ill and you were making phone calls from the bed, text
Yep.
messages from the bed.
Uh,
Yeah, you were grinding, and I have a lot of respect for you, my friend. A lot of people could have laid it down and said, you know what, I'll do it next week. But again, the world is not going to slow up for you to catch up. And I know your father's proud of you. I'm proud of you. I'm excited to be in business with you, and I know you guys are students of the game, and you guys are going to go far. And one of the people, guys, these guys are not alone here. We have people who are here. As a matter of fact, if I these are the people who are going to be helping you guys and supporting you guys. So if I say your name, say, hey, Angel,
Hi,
Yep.
guys.
Brenda, Sabrina,
Hi, guys.
Hi, good.
Laura. Okay. So we have guys, we have
Hi,
people.
guys.
We have people that are here to support you guys, to help you guys. It's not just going to be myself. It's not just going to be Sabrina and Oscar. Angel is the powerhouse behind this thing. Angel is the one that set everything up, and she's going to be again a direct go-to. So, Angel, you want to say anything? You want to address the audience before we wrap it up and start our enrollment processes?
Yes, thank you so much, Mr. Bean, especially for the honor and privilege of your time to do this for Oscar and Sabrina, because you don't do it for everyone, especially when they just started really and don't have a resume. And so very appreciative. So as you guys all know, like as I was saying, they don't have a resume. So imagine what they did without a resume. And now they have the mentor himself, Mr. Sam Bean, working on and working with them and working with you guys because you're connecting with them. That's it, right? The world is about to change, not just for them, but for everyone, lives that they touch. So thank you so much, Mr. Bean, for doing this for us.
No problem. And so, guys, before we turn it over, like I said, this is what you want to do. And this is what we see happen. And it'll happen even more today than any other time because there's so many of you on the call. Um, Oscar and Sabrina are going to send you guys their enrollment link. I showed you, the path to $500 a month to 10. Remember, just at $500 a month, some of you are going to get started. You'll have 10 people on it in one line. You just help 10 people on the other side, guys, and put one person on that side. You'll have $500 a month coming in, residual income coming in every month just from that alone. Okay. And so I'm just telling you, positioning is very, very key. Get yourself positioned, get that link, get enrolled right away, and we will get your questions answered for sure, for certain. We'll make sure we have private interviews with each and every last one of you, and we'll take those interviews by who signed up first, and we'll start doing those interviews going down the line. And so I look forward to working with you guys. This is a passion of mine. And look, the Philippines is ready. Okay, okay. Colombia is ready. Okay. All right. We got people from Mexico. Mexico is in the house. Okay. So guys, this is going to be, and I'm looking at this on Facebook too, by the way, because I know some of you guys looking at Zoom saying, where is Colombia? Where's Dominican Republic? They're on Facebook. So so y'all have, like, we had 85 here. We didn't even talk about the people who were on Facebook. We probably had about 15 people on Facebook. So y'all had 100 people total at y'all's event, man. Congratulations. Y'all give them a round of applause, guys,
Oh,
for our
hello,
country.
man.
All right.
Yes,
Great
sir.
job, guys. So with those looking forward, like I said, looking forward to doing business with y'all. Get in touch with them right away. Some of you may call, and when you call, they may be on the phone. So leave a text message, but make sure you take that link, get yourself a builder's pack, and allow us to help you guys take your lives to the next level, and also take this blessing into other countries, because we want to make sure, again, and I'll go back and I'll say it one more time. We are going to have people in other countries living the American dream economically on their soil. So as I release the line, I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna say it in Spanish. Si se puede. All right, let's go, guys.
Sí
All
se
right.
puede.
Sí,
Se puede,
Hey, man,
baby.
I just want to thank everybody that came to the call, man. Appreciate everybody that came out today. Honestly, man, I love all of y'all.